That sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Before we get started, I'm going to hit the intro right now because the last time I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Howdy ho, howdy hey, welcome back to the Average Joe's Coffee Show. The camera's doing weird shit again. It's been like 10 minutes since the last one. I don't know. It hasn't been that long.
Where is the camera?
It's right there.
It's right there. You're not going to be...
If you guys want to scoot to the left, you can. You're more than welcome to be on camera. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to. You're kind of behind the mic, but
That's
here,
alright.
we'll fucking scoot this whole setup this way.
Can you still hear me? Yeah, you can.
You can hear. Yeah. These mics are fairly, I don't know, they're like $100 each. So, I did the intro. It's again Proper 12. Hey, McGregor, if you want to fucking sponsor me, that'd be great. I'm sick of not having money. What were we talking about last time? Abuelos, Abuelas field or food?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been drinking a lot. I've been drinking since like early. Anyways, moving on from my alcoholism. It's not my fault that David drinks a lot. It's not.
Yes, sir.
I take zero responsibility.
I'm this little video. I'm gonna be drinking apple juice.
For
fucking Tropicana.
I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let that drink full this time because I'm not about to get whacked in the back of my head when I'm sleeping. So,
hey,
It'll
dude,
be
you're
while
too late.
Sleeping. It'll be while you're awake. Don't worry.
She said, "Don't worry, I got you." My guest this time, because it's been like 10 minutes. David's back. Abby, you're here. I'm glad you're on the show. I'm happy you're here. What do you want to talk about? Because this is a shoot from the hip kind of show. There's no subject.
Look at how nervous he got.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit.
Let me just grab the drink real quick.
He said, "Hold on, give me a second. I gotta down this one real quick."
What topics do we got?
Anything you want. There's no off limits.
This is yours.
You're more than welcome to whatever you got.
My episode
today.
Jesus, I don't know.
What were we? There was like 3. We were like, we'll do that next time. And
psychedelics was one.
Oh, psychedelics. Well, that was because I really didn't want to talk about experiences. But we can. I'm more happy to.
My mom might watch this, so.
Yeah, if my dad ever saw this, if he might. I don't know.
You know what's a good one? The Journey of Life.
I smoke too. Dad, I'm
life.
sorry if you're disappointed in me.
The Journey of Life.
You know I've done cocaine.
You've been disappointed in me my whole life, so it won't be new.
Okay, The Journey of Life it is.
The Journey of Life?
Yeah. Yes,
that's a broad one, dude.
Exactly. A broad, a little broad topic about everything about your life.
Tropic? He's pretty fucking.
How much? How many?
He's only had like 3 or 4. This bottle was full when we started the last show. But don't worry. Where's it at? I've got another one. But this is for me. Hey, Maker's Mark. If you want to sponsor me, let me know.
How many sponsors you need?
Yeah, I need all of them. That hides really well behind the camera. GoPro, if you want to sponsor me, let me know.
Who else we got up in here? Who's the company of the vape? Who's the company of the vape?
Who is that? What's that one say?
Yo, we're going to go back to bars.
If you want to sponsor me, let me know. What do you got over there? Xbox, if you want to sponsor me, let me know.
Microsoft,
what's the company of the cup?
That's proper.
No,
oh,
the cup.
The
cup.
Shit, I got some clean ones in here. Hold on. Let me pull these fucking things out. Yeah, it doesn't say. Glass, if you want to sponsor me, let me know.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Elgos.
I'm going to finish this last cup.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't drink anymore.
Yeah. Well,
not because I think you're drunk, but she might.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. But I'm gonna finish this last cup for me tonight.
Alright. We're doing the Journey of Life?
Journey of Life.
Oof. You want to start with your childhood? My childhood was pretty sad.
Okay.
You want Trump? Oh, damn.
Are we doing like childhood to now?
childhood trauma?
Let's.
What are we doing?
I got plenty
we
of
gotta
that.
specify.
Okay. Well, let's just for the viewers out there, I'm pretty sure they might be interested in like how you have like got into.
I hide behind it. So
how you got into this like
the show?
Yeah, the show.
So we'll start with that. When I was in Japan, I had been watching a lot of Joe Rogan's podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience. And excuse me. I thought that it was really interesting that he just sat down with his friends and talked about whatever for an hour or two, excuse me. And that's kind of what the premise behind this was. The premise behind this show was, hey, we're going to sit down and we're going to get the average Joe's view on whatever the fuck we're talking about. Psychedelics or I talked about like the Black Lives Matter movement the other day with Blake, with Jared. And like it's everything. It's anything that the guests want. Sometimes I have a top. Well, actually, for the first 12 episodes, I had a topic that I kind of was like, yeah, we're going to talk about this. But now it's just kind of like, you know, whatever the guests want to talk about. I love talking about it. And I like just sitting here for an hour and a half and fucking doing whatever. It's fun. And now I got a camera that I can point at and say things to, even though I don't look at the camera. I just kind of look over there because I don't like looking at the camera. But yeah, it was
eye contact with the camera.
Yeah, it was always just kind of like, well, I wanted to sit down and be able to talk to somebody, because at the time when I was first thinking about this, it was a lot of this fucking thing beeps all the time.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot. I had just gotten divorced. It was about December of 2019. I can fucking see it doing weird shit. I just gotten divorced a couple months before that, and I was like, you know, to sit down and just be able to be like, yeah, you know, this is what's going on this week. You know, COVID, or the Marine Corps decided that CFTs are canceled for the rest of the year, the fucking 3 weeks that are left.
I didn't even do my CFT. Woo.
Yeah, fuck you, because it came out the day after I ran mine.
Yeah, I know.
I was so mad.
I'm so sorry.
I was so mad. But yeah, like stuff like that. And we can get like the average person's idea behind these stuff. Like psychedelics. You get these people that are well versed in DMT and psilocybin and ketamine and fucking acid, and you get their view on it, and then you're like, well, what is the average person? Like, that's their view, and they do that shit all the time. But what's the person that did it once and they're like, oh fuck, I was tripping balls for 12 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was the idea. And it's kind of turned, I don't know, that's pretty much been what it is. My buddy, he tried to start one that's called A Whole Lot of Dumb Shit. Yeah. And it was just us talking about whatever the fuck. Like, there was zero topics. There was a whole lot of dumb shit going on. I don't think he ever posted one. And I tried to get him to let me post them on my channel. But he was like, no, just email them to me. I'll do it. I'll edit them and I'll add my intro. Yeah. And he just never did. Yeah. But it is what it is. I might text him and be like, yo, email me these fucking files. Try to fucking, put that shit on my fucking USB drive and mail it to me. But yeah, that was the whole premise. Like, it was just the average person's view on whatever, whether it be abortion all the way to psychedelics. And I obviously can't speak intelligently on abortion because I'm a man and I can't have an abortion.
Well, as a man that's dealt with abortion, not me, but like, with other stuff like that.
That's why I've always been excited.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, this is kind of a surprise that you're here, because at the end of the last show, he was like, yeah, I'll bring Abby in here. I was like, okay, as long as she has a chair, because I'm not going to make her fucking stand for an hour.
I mean, if I was standing, it'd also look like I'm still sitting, because,
But, like,
5'11", my boy.
I've always wanted to have...
My bad.
I've always wanted to have a female guest on on my show. I've never had a female guest, because for the first, 8 episodes, it was me and 2 of my buddies, and we were just fucking bullshitting about whatever. And then it was you, and I've had Blake on it, and I haven't had a super diverse cast. But now that you're here, like, it's exciting. I'm actually really happy that you're here. I'm happy that you decided to come in.
Now we got like a chance to actually
me.
Okay.
Hey, next time he says we, be like, you speak French?
Benedict is allowed now to have like a whole different mindset when it comes to
there's another level of view that comes into this, and that's what I'm excited about. That's why I tried so fucking hard while I was in Japan to get multiple females like on the show, just to sit down for an hour. And at the time, I was still recording in the morning, and there was no video, so it was actually coffee. That was the joke. Like, the average Joe's Coffee Show was supposed to be
actual
coffee, and I think like there's like 4 episodes where I'm actually drinking coffee. I think I had spiked coffee for 2 of them, and then 2 I was legitimately just drinking coffee, and like I had to get up and go get it and shit. But I'm first of all, before we get into any topics, we've already talked about how the show came about. That was the premise, was like this was gonna be the centerpiece, and I was just gonna drink coffee the whole time. And now
it's just
drink.
Decoration.
Yeah, now it's just decoration on top of a proper 12 bottle sponsor.
Has just became something different, which is just not bad. Everything like that, it has evolved into something else that makes you like a little bit more unique. Because I have not seen anything different from this. Or
you like that?
And now that we have like, you know, a woman in the show that could literally give us a point of view on like how things work in her mind and stuff like that.
It's a different, because we were talking about last episode how the difference between men cooking and females cooking, right? And I was like, yeah, my abuela's food always tasted, even if she cooked the same thing as my dad. He's white, which is wild because if you look at a picture of my dad, he's kind of dark. He's white, but it always tasted different from my abuela's. One, because she was Hispanic, and 2, because like he's a man and he's gonna cook stuff like steaks and stuff like that. Yeah. So he's not like really baking. Like both of us know how to bake. I've baked pies and fucking bread and all that shit, but I'm not good at it by any means. I wouldn't even say I'm good at cooking, but people seem to like my food, so I keep doing it. I'm watching him do shit, and it kind of throws me off every once in a while. You're good, dog. I'm just making comments because every once in a while I look above the camera, and I look above them, and I see you moving, and it kind of throws me off because I'm like, who the fuck is in here?
But, you know how in the last episode we were talking about like how like Hispanics are a little bit different, and like how
100%.
women literally remember recipes. I just kind of want
recipes. How have I drank more than you, and I can say that?
Like,
recipes.
Okay.
Beep it up.
Okay. For your information, right now, English is really fucking hard for me.
Okay. For your information, any language is always hard for him.
Okay.
But she just exposed you. Is what happened.
Okay, but going back to that, I just wanted to know like how is it like growing as a woman in like a Hispanic culture? How is it?
Let me just tell you, if you're the oldest, and if you're the oldest female, man, we got it tough.
I don't doubt that, because I watched some of my cousins grow up like that, and like obviously I'm extremely white. We compared skin colors earlier, and I'm white.
Yellow. I don't know.
Yellow.
No, I really am. Like, look.
Like, if you look at it,
and the dark skin has
arrived. He's like Hispanic wise, he is like the least Mexican compared to me. But I look more yellow than Hispanic.
And that's something I saw when I was growing up. Like me being the only white member of our family reunions was kind of like it threw me off because I'd look at my cousins. Oh, really? One, they'd speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And first of all, I was fluent at the time, and they thought I didn't understand them. But when I graduated high school, I stopped speaking Spanish, because my dad really didn't. He's white, so he spoke Spanish, but only enough to like get through a job because he's a contractor.
Oh, okay.
And he has his business for contracting, but like he didn't speak enough Spanish, and the guy he worked for, we didn't have time to practice. And then I left for boot camp, and the Hispanic kids wouldn't speak Spanish to me because I'm white. So they were like, "Oh, this kid fucking doesn't know."
Like, this gringo.
That makes
This gringo doesn't fucking know shit.
That's so.
And then I'd say something in Spanish to be like, "Oh, fuck, he knows."
Yeah.
And it just never happened. Bad. And so over the last 4 years, I just haven't spoken enough Spanish to really retain anything. And it's a lot like I used to speak German too.
Yeah.
And
this man
I can't speak any German.
Spanish like all the time at work.
Do I try? I really try.
He's not bad at all.
I try so hard because I can't. We work with what 1, 2, 3. You, Huerta speaks Spanish.
Only Huerta and
Martinez
Ruiz kind of speaks it.
Well, no, she can speak Spanish.
Huerta, yeah. I don't know
so
about
can
Martinez.
so can Martinez.
Yeah, but like.
So can fucking
like
staff sergeant. He can speak Spanish too.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's Puerto Rican.
So it's a little different.
Different type of Spanish.
Oh, I
But-
love the different types of Spanish.
Oh, I think it's so cool how there's different dialects to the same language.
Yeah.
So like Spain speaks a certain it's Castilian, I think is what they call it. And then there's Latin American, and there's Puerto Rican and Dominican, and there's so many different dialects of the same language. Like, damn, that's fucking cool as shit.
And the same words can mean different things.
Oh yeah,
like,
what were we talking about? Go ahead.
I got a friend named Cash, and Cash, he is on a whole new level of Spanish. Like, he'll be telling me something that I think is offensive, and he's like, "No, that's a compliment." And like, we both speak Spanish, and we're just like,
I'm not done yet.
We're like both curious on like,
By the
how
way-
does that work?
By the way, Cash is actually Dominican, so
Yeah, he's
that
Dominican.
Spanish is kind of more similar to us.
That's
but a little
something.
bit different.
When I was learning Spanish, I was learning Latin American Spanish. So Spanish that would make more sense to me because I grew up in Texas. Growing up on the border, most people speak Spanish, and I've been to restaurants where they didn't speak any English, which was okay with me because at the time I was still fluent.
Yeah.
But we had a foreign exchange student from Spain. She was from Spain, born and raised, never left, and she came to America and she spoke English. Excuse me. But her Spanish was so much different than mine. I was like, girl, I don't know what the fuck you're saying to me half the time. Like, she would say things and I'm like, yeah, I understand. And then she would have another sentence where I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, I think I was with Staff Sergeant, who's from Puerto Rico. And he said, I think he said tortas means something different to him.
Oh, cake. It means cake to them.
Yeah, it means something way different to him than it does to us. So I was like, dude, I don't even speak Spanish to him sometimes. It's just Martinez and Ruiz.
Yeah.
Because they're all Latin American Spanish. So it's easier for me. I'm like, yeah, fucking this, that, and the other. And I also say things white as fuck because you can look at my palms. They're white. Really white. Like, I blend in with the table if I put my hand down.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think...
I enjoy it, though. I love learning the fucking different dialects.
Yeah.
I love that.
I just think that, like, honestly, people judge from the color and not, like, really understand, like, the other person because, like, okay, going back to
I love that sound.
Abby's friend.
You ready?
Abby's friend.
I love that.
He's from he's Dominican, but he's black. So everyone assumes
he thinks he's just
only
black?
Only knows English and all that stuff. But his Spanish is like out of this world. Like he's good at it.
Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I don't think we should like really base it on the skin color. Like, okay.
That's like we were talking about the
Carson
other
over here literally does know Spanish. Like he at least understands it. And like if he doesn't understand it, he knows the gist of what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's like we were talking about the last episode. We were talking about God, I told you when I start drinking, I start bourbon a lot. Last episode we were talking about white people cooking, And people assume that since I'm white as fuck, all my food's gonna be really bland.
Yeah.
And then they taste my food and they're like, "What the fuck? This motherfucker knows how to cook."
Oh, like that.
Like that macaroni. You were there for that.
Yes, sir.
That mac and
I'm
cheese.
telling you.
But who was the motherfucker that finished all the damn? Like, what did you make? Ribs?
I made ribs.
Who finished?
It was
those?
Almond. It was my boy Almond who came through and finished all of them.
Because I did not eat. Well, we didn't eat.
Oh,
cause
I thought you were talking about like finished cooking them. I was like, no, it was
No.
me. I finished cooking them.
No. I'm talking about who finished eating them.
Yeah,
Because-
it was
Almond.
Almond.
My buddy-
Almond came through and ate them all.
He was like, no, don't eat, because then you're not gonna be hungry. And then like,
Dude, you should.
like I've always what's it called? Like I was raised that like if you go to someone's house and they offer you food, you can't say no. That's
Yeah.
that's just being.
I was
like,
the same way.
So I was like, okay, because I normally get full really fast. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna eat. I get there and the only thing I was able to taste was the mac and cheese, because this little dude, like he was like, oh, I just finished them.
Yeah,
like-
so I think not for New Year's because I'm probably going out. Probably not for Christmas because I really don't have the money. But maybe after that I'll cook again, and I'll just get out there with my grill and just do ribs and mac and cheese or some shit.
Yes.
But yeah,
Like in the last episode, like Carson said, this man is not
it feels.
lying.
Hold
He
on,
really does go
before
out
you
for that.
finish, it throws me off when people call me Carson now. So like I have really close friends, and they only calling me Benny because that's been the nickname.
Benny.
But my really, really, really close friends, I just spilled this whole shit on my thigh. Damn, son.
Hey, you.
My really, 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 really close friends, they call me Carson
Yeah.
because that's my first name, obviously, and it
You
throws
heard
me
it here,
off
folks.
every time.
He doesn't think I'm a close friend. It's okay. I'm not.
No,
gonna
it
try.
still throws me off, even when
Yeah.
So I got a homegirl named Megan. She calls me Carson because that's obviously my name.
Yeah.
And it doesn't throw me off. This bothers me. I just put this shit on my thigh. It doesn't throw me off when she does it, but I've known her for years at this point. Like, I think we're fucking moving into years. And it's just one of those things. Like, my family calls me Carson. I'm like, who? Who are you talking to? Who's Carson? I'm like, oh, it's me. I got it. But yeah, anyways, you were saying something. I gotta dry my thigh off.
Yeah, I was just saying like. Okay, honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say
This,
he's
if
like,
you look
hold
at
up.
the camera, this shit
No,
looks
but
mad
like-
weird.
Oh God.
I just
Oh, but
realized
like,
that.
I kind of really like want to know, like, can you
Hold
like,
on, you have like.
sorry,
Oh, you got
but
a
like, can you
bogey?
really put in like the details of like how different it
You like my
is
germs?
between a woman and a man when it comes to like the culture between the like, you know, people that are from Mexico.
Like from Mexico?
Yeah,
Because
like-
I mean,
because,
I'm
like, for me-
Mexican, but I was raised
Like,
in
for me,
California.
and like
Yeah,
the
I'm
last
Mexican, but that's
okay,
not the same.
okay, like
Yeah.
from the last episode, I said like I'm not allowed to learn how to cook from my mother because like she said that like that is only for women, and I want.
I think we
know
talked
how-
about that.
Yeah, I don't like. So I'm very old school, old fashioned.
Yes, she is.
In a way.
I'm not allowed to do laundry.
I'm sorry. I really
Okay,
want to
but
hear what you're saying.
I have my reasons
No.
why you're not allowed to do laundry.
You peeked right around. So like the mice right here, you peeked right to the side of it, in between these two things, and your face was just like, yeah, this is what happened. I was
No,
what
like
the fuck?
it's like
I gotta
really
stop
different.
watching this. I gotta fucking close it because it can throw me off.
No, but it really is different because like I'm not allowed to do my own laundry with my wife. My wife doesn't let me do laundry. She doesn't let me do anything by myself
But see, it's
because
not-
she's like, she loves to do like my clothes. She loves to organize my stuff, and I think that's like, old-fashioned type of stuff.
Yo, somebody gave me this shit the other night.
And you just found it in
love
your
you.
pocket.
What the
found it in my
fuck?
pocket.
You let me smoking my shit and
I
you
just found it
never
in my
gave it
pocket.
up. That's it. We're gonna smoke that today.
That was out in the smoke pit when I went to go smoke the other night.
I love you, Benedict.
Yeah, right?
Hey, pass that shit after you
How
hit
do
it.
you open this?
So what's it called? It's okay. So I have my reasoning why I
was
don't
like, what
let
the
you
fuck
do
is in
things
my
though.
pocket?
Okay.
It's not.
You just bought one.
Huh?
Did you buy one?
No.
Okay.
You really think I fucking do that to you?
I mean, I wouldn't really care.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
Go for
I
it.
wouldn't doubt it. I was like, damn,
I'm
son.
entertained.
Yeah, no, I just found the shit in my pocket. I'm
By
so
the way,
excited.
He's talking to Balake, my boy, fucking
Balake?
Jared.
His name's Blake, but that fucking Key and Peele skit said Balake.
Oh.
That's what you are on my phone, by the way. Just so you know.
Still spelled B-L-A-K-E.
It's B tac.
It's literally.
I say
Blake,
tac,
we call
but
him
it's
Balake.
dash LAK tac E. So, like, when my phone
Balake.
says it, it says Balake.
You're just Benedict.
Yeah,
Damn.
that doesn't bother me.
Yours is Benny or Daddy, one of those two.
Papi Chulo?
Alright, yeah.
Papi
We're
Chulo.
moving on.
Anyways.
Okay, go back to your.
I've drank a
your,
lot.
Like the difference between a man and a girl, and like
Man.
learning how to cook.
Man and a girl. Well, first of all, the difference between a man and a girl, I don't know if you got this talk, but you see.
A man and a girl. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Hey.
can.
Oh, I thought I was whispering quiet.
No, I can hear you
Look.
because I got.
One-on-one. Women are taken
Dude.
advantage of.
Women are
Yes.
fucking.
Yes, we are.
So, before you, I hate to interrupt you again, because I really want to hear what you say. But I was talking about this. You're fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I was talking about this with a female friend of mine the other day,
No.
and I was like, dude, females are fucking on another level. When they give birth, their whole ass vagina rips.
Oh.
Don't even fuck it. I said this in the last episode. They be doing some shit that's fucking out of this world.
Yes, sir.
I got my eyebrows threaded by Huerta the other day.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
heard y'all were
that.
crying like little.
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
I was holding my eyelids,
He was
trying not
literally
to
holding his
cry.
eyelids, bro.
And like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 220 pounds of 5'10" me. And I 100% was crying. I was fucking
That's
like,
like-
this is just too much.
That's the one that hurts the least. Well, to me.
Threading?
Yeah, to me.
Oh, no.
There-
To-
look,
Waxing
pain
is so much easier.
No,
I-
I hate waxing.
Because
That is
it's
the
quick.
worst.
It's just fucking whoosh,
No,
it's
I
done.
prefer, but threading's like, I don't know. I just like threading better.
Look, like, I'm not gonna lie. When they say that girls' tolerance for pain is high,
It is.
I believe
100%
that
is.
shit 100%.
Dude, because, so I'm going to get the inside of my bicep tattoo. We'll talk about this later. Go ahead. You were saying something, and I interrupted you.
What was your question? Who
Oh,
asked?
fuck.
About
I
women,
remember.
the women difference between a man and a woman.
Okay, we're done.
What?
And, like-
the women difference?
Yeah, the woman difference.
The
'cause, like,
women's view on the
no,
difference between...
like it's.
what are you saying?
Like it's.
Beep, bop, beep, boop, boop, beep.
How much did
No.
y'all let him drink?
No,
Oh,
it's
this
like-
bottle was full when we started.
No, it's literally a difference between a man and a woman.
I didn't let
when it
him
comes to
drink
the
that
culture.
much, but I pour strong drinks. So.
No, but like it is really a difference.
is.
Yeah.
So
And
like
they
the way
wanna
we
hear it.
view women is different than the way
Yeah.
women view women.
That's why I
This
want like.
sounds weird,
Yeah,
but
no, I
it
know what
is.
you mean.
Yeah, in this podcast, I really want to like put it out that a woman's difference.
Feeling this shit right now.
A woman's difference is really high when it comes to this
Guess who's
culture.
gonna have to take
This
care of
culture.
him
I don't
later.
know about any other ones, but in this culture, at least, a woman's difference is really high. Because I'm not allowed to cook, but for a woman, they're solemnity just for cooking.
It's not that you're not
You
allowed.
can't
to
see her behind the
It's
fucking
not,
mic,
it's
but
not that
shit.
he's okay. It's not that he's not allowed to, but he's petting
He
me
said,
now.
"Let me just run my fingers through your head. It'll feel good."
You
Anyway.
Please
Is
speak.
it-
Hey, please speak.
good? Oh, wait, he's ready for my insults, and he's gonna be like, "You're just gonna see me go
Okay.
back." What's it called? It's not that he's not allowed to, cause you could do whatever you want, but
Specify
I don't let
but.
him do his laundry because when it comes out, it's not done right.
No, it's not.
So
No, yeah.
Well,
and
Whoever
it's,
said it.
it's not his fault that it didn't come down out right, because I mean I'm not talking bad about no one's mamas over here, but his mom didn't teach him. Why? Because she's used to doing it for him.
Yes.
Like it's like, okay,
Makes sense.
just putting it in this way, it's like everything a woman does for a man, like when it comes to taking care of, no one does for her. Because
Yeah.
I'm over here, I do it because I like it. Because I mean that's how I grew up, right? But like when I do his laundry, who's doing mine? Myself.
Yeah.
When I'm cooking for him, who's cooking for me? Myself.
Yourself. Yeah.
When I'm taking care of him when he's sick, who's taking care of me when I'm sick? I am.
Yes.
So it's like everything I do for him, I do for myself. No one else is doing it for me.
I solely like believe in that. Like you,
Bitch,
like
what the
I
fuck is Solomentally?
no.
Hey, he's
I don't
drunk.
know what word that
He's
is
like-
drunk.
either.
Leave him
But I'm
alone.
not well versed in any language, so
No, but like honestly, when it comes to women
I'm so
from
mad
like
about this.
you know
They look like competing.
this culture, I'm not gonna say about every culture because I don't know how it is for every culture.
going. I gotta
Change.
Yeah, but like for this fucking culture, sorry guys, I'm taking over the podcast for right now. But like this fucking culture is a little bit different because women are surprisingly just for like cleaning and fucking
We're
doing
not
laundry.
just for cleaning.
No, of course not. But like, mentally,
What are
this
you
whole
trying
thing is always for like. I'm not allowed to do anything for a woman because they're supposed to like do laundry. They're supposed to clean. They're supposed to cook. They're supposed to like give everything they can for this.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I don't know. That's how society's always like seen a woman, in a way. I don't know. I'm not really one to be like, like I'm a feminist, but I'm not. Okay, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm an educated feminist, but I do believe in feminism and all that. But the way I think you want to try rewording your words a little bit because you're making it seem like like you own me in a way.
Yeah, because like my mom.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Alright.
No, I don't own you, but like how I was raised, the girl always does everything. That's like the number one thing that my mom has always taught me, that like you need to find somebody that could literally take care of you. Like if you were like a little kid, like you're not allowed to do anything except work, come home with dinner and a plate fully prepared for you when you get home. Like laundry already done,
okay.
everything done.
Okay, so I see the point in that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, we're not required to do that. I feel like women do it because they want to do it. Like, personally, me, if I'm going to be a stay-at-home wife, or if I'm going to be a stay-at-home mother, okay, all I'm doing, since I'm not going to be, like, this is my point of view. I'm not speaking for any other women. I'm not speaking for any other person except myself, how I view things. If I'm going to be a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mother, I want...
Huh?
I am going to
There goes
Clean
Velaki
and
interrupting a
Yeah.
woman.
No, I'm listening. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was listening in there too.
Yeah, I was like, I get distracted easily, so I'm just like, why?
What the fuck is
But
going on?
what was I saying? Oh, so if I'm a stay at home,
Can't
I
ask me
require
that
myself
question.
to do my own things.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I'm be chilling at home, what is it gonna do to me to just clean up the house? What is it gonna do to me to have a home cooked meal?
And I think we talked about this in the other episode.
Yes.
That's the only. I'm divorced, as most of the people who listen, because I get like 7 views on each video. As most people know, I'm divorced, and I've been divorced for like, what is it, fucking 20, yeah, like a year and a
I'm gonna
half,
take this
2
little
years.
potty break because like I've
Go
done
ahead.
this before.
I've been divorced for a while.
I'm gonna put this on.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hear yourself. Even when I was married, it was the only thing I expected is if she's not doing anything else, she doesn't have a job or whatever else. If she's just sitting at home, like that's the only thing I expect. Like clean up a little bit. It's not hard. Just I clean too. Don't get me wrong. I clean. I cook. I do my part. But if I'm out there working a whole week, a whole full-time job, and you're just sitting at home, that I feel like that's not fair.
Yeah.
And if we're going to have a relationship that's 50-50, like I like to live my life 50-50, like I kind of expect that to be a part of it. If that's what it is, that's what it is.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit at home, you're going to cook, you're going to clean. Because when I get home from a full 10-hour shift or whatever it is, like I kind of want to just eat and go to sleep
Yeah.
and do a little extra, if you know what I'm saying. but like that's we talked about it the other podcast. Like it's it's I feel like it's just kind of a basic respect kind of thing.
If you want to keep me,
It's just kind of one of those things like, wait, if I'm gonna take care of the money, you're gonna take care of the house.
yeah.
If you're gonna take care of the house, I'll take care of the. Or if you're gonna take care of the money, I'll take care of the house. Like I'll cook, I'll clean. I love cooking. Like that mac and cheese, I fucking love doing.
Good. I had
Yes,
like
sir.
2 or 3
I love
plates.
cooking. That's one of my favorite things to do because it's so much fun to do. Y'all don't have to be quiet about it. If you want the headphones, take the headphones.
I just put it because like it lets me hear my voice, and like last time we had like a little podcast, she told me that my voice was very quiet, so I tried to like bring
Speak
it
up.
up. Yeah, but but like honestly, for some fucking reason,
Smoking.
I
weed.
just really think that
cotton
like
mouth.
for some women, they really think that like
Dude, I can still hear you.
like for
I'm
some
trying-
women,
I did that before
for
you
some women,
finish.
they really believe that like they're just like what's the word, materialistic type of
Mhm.
thing, and I don't really believe that. Like for me at least, I always wanted to learn how to cook, how to fucking do my own thing.
I love learning about that.
Water?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Do you want a
the
cup
same.
of? I got a cup if you need
My
it.
water's been there for like 2 months.
Oh,
No, I refilled it
Jesus.
yesterday.
By
I
the
refilled
way,
it yesterday.
by the way, fucking
bitch.
if you didn't know, Block A is
Yeah.
always here
Please.
24/7.
I live with that motherfucker.
He's always in these podcasts, just in the background. But yeah, like some of this stuff is just like
That's good. Thank you.
different from anybody else because freaking I just believe that like most women don't really get the recognition, like
Recognition.
the
Recognition.
yeah, the recognition,
Recognition.
Beat up, beep boop, beep.
like they really do so.
They
freaking
just
much.
women deserve the recognition that I don't want to say they get it because they don't. But women as a whole do some fucking shit that's on another level. I said it earlier. Women give birth.
That's enough.
Fuck that. That's a whole ass.
My lad's goes
Do not
My lad
put-
goes-
do not put that
fucking
shit on.
Wears Prada. I have
What
now
are those?
worn Prada.
It's Prada.
Yes,
Those
sir.
are Prada.
I hope
Yeah,
you know
these are
he's
Prada.
gonna break them by the end of this podcast.
Nah, bro.
Dude, we're
I'm
fucking
lit.
37 minutes in. We got a 30-minute. We got 30 minutes to go. You better not break them. I don't know. It's just we're shooting from the hip from this one too. Women are on another level. Like
Yes, we are.
Yes, sir.
I will never. By no means do I think women are better than men because that's the equality thing. But you guys do some shit that I'm like, what the fuck? You guys give birth? All I had to do was come. That's all it. That's it.
Jesus.
I'm done.
No, hell.
I hit that
hold up.
skeet and yeet.
Hold
You know
up.
what I'm
I
saying?
don't believe that because at the same time, a
Wait.
man needs
Hold
to.
on.
Wait.
Wait.
No, because
That's
like,
what are you
that's the-
saying?
Hold on, I wanna
No,
hear this.
hold up. Okay,
Okay.
so the honest.
Hold on.
truth,
Slide this mic. Let's
Let's
fucking
just-
slide the shit
as
out a little bit more.
as a man that has to like. Okay, I already have a child. I already have a child with a different woman.
I like how you
and
peeked
stuff
over
like
the
that.
mic.
Okay, I have a different child with a different woman. I
That was
believe.
not the thing to say right now.
Hold up.
She said,
Some-
I
Some women, I believe that it's like a little bit different for the fact that like they have to handle a little bit much like for the fact that like some men are like literally trash. I'm not gonna say I'm
Some men are
completely
fucking
trash, but at the
Are
same
you
time,
trash?
I am okay. I have some stuff I have to work on always, just for
She
the
said,
fact that like
"Yup."
it's a little bit different for me because I already have a kid. I can't fucking like start a family without having issues with like the previous family that I've already started. That's already something way different, way more like complex because like I have to think about her feelings and think about the girl I'm with. Like as Abby can fucking say right now that stuff is already complex as it is, and like my product is not gonna fucking relieve that fucking problem. Like, she could literally freaking, like, she might say, oh, you care about your baby mom a little bit more than me. And that's somewhat true, because for the fact that, like, they have my kid. And that the situation I'm in right now, Abby's about to have my kid. That's why I'm trying to work this out. Because, like, in the very end of the day, I'm trying to, like, not have so many damn kids randomly. Because I love my lady. Like, I love her to death. But, like, you know, some stuff is just a little more awkward, a little bit more, like, complex, to the fact that, like, I'm trying to keep up with my family and not trying to, like, diverse my family from, oh, this is my mother's kid, this is also my mother's kid. Like, no, I'm trying to keep everything together. Like, this is my wife, this is my, you know, my baby mom's, and that's about it. It's just so complex. And for all those motherfuckers that are making jokes about, like, Mexicans have, like, kids everywhere, fuck you. No, yo, little fucking Carson over here is fucking laughing about it.
I can't judge you. Because
Shut up. You literally have kids from Australia.
There's no fucking
Japan.
proof. Hold on, there's no proof. First of all, there's no proof.
That's why I said too.
I slept around a lot while I was in Japan.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends don't even know this. So chill out, homie. Come on, man. But if I knew, if I knew, I would 100% never fucking. Yeah, I got a kid in fucking Australia or fucking Africa.
Yeah.
Europe somewhere. I don't know. Asia, all over. This
Still
fucking thing keeps beeping. It's doing better than it was, but it keeps blacking out.
It's just
I don't
like,
Charging or something?
look,
Yeah,
but like
it's on
that
this.
brings up back to the topic that, like, women have to literally go through so much shit.
Oh,
like
100%.
Yeah, like my lady, like my wife right now, she has to go through the fact that, like, I already have a different kid, like, from a different mother, and I have to understand the fact that, like, some things aren't gonna be the same. Like, I can't talk to my mother's child, like, the same way as, like, I speak to her, because, like, that's a whole different thing. Like, my wife, I love her to fucking death and stuff like that. I love my child to death, so I have to separate those two, which is horrible.
You know, but I don't know. I can't speak on this because.
But my wife loves my child, so, like,
slide this
really
back
doesn't
over.
matter.
How do you feel about it? Because obviously neither of us can experience
Yeah.
what
I
it's
wanna
like
hear
to
it.
be in that situation.
What, you want to hear about my situation?
Yeah. I
Go
wanna
ahead.
If
hear
you
it.
want to hear about my situation, we're gonna have to have a whole nother podcast. You know what? But what do you want to know? What do you want to know? How it feels? Like what?
I don't know. It's something neither of us can attest to because we're both men. We're just kind of it sounds like a shitty way to put it, but we're both kind of the sperm donor, if that makes sense.
Basically, yeah, in a way.
But
Yes, sir.
like you guys have to give birth to that,
Uh-huh.
to the whole ass another person.
Yeah.
That's who's gonna grow up and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
There's not something we can attest to. Like obviously we're gonna have a attachment to that child.
Mm-hmm.
That's given.
Yeah.
Unless you're a deadbeat dad and you're fucking some kind of scum.
You're not a deadbeat. Stop.
Wearing Prada over there and shit. Wearing
No,
sunglasses.
bro. I
inside.
love my kids fucking to death. I would never fucking, like, no matter what it is, like, I would do anything that will benefit my kid, but at the same time I would love to, like, have my kid. And we had this conversation before, like last night. We had this conversation before, like, I would literally do anything for my child, like anything, even if that means, like, I had to give them up for somebody, like, that could literally take care of them since when they're born and stuff like that. I would literally do that instead.
But
of,
there's
like,
there's a
having to struggle.
point where we can't understand that, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of fucking just
Yeah.
hit it raw and yeehaw. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I want to, like, learn more from the fucking woman's fucking
Well, if you
what's the
let
word?
the woman speak.
I was
sorry.
trying to like.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I want to hear
No,
yours'
I
questions
wanna-
so I could cover them. So because I'm
So-
asking you, like, what do you want to know specifically? Like,
My question is like,
I can only testify for myself, like what
Yeah.
situation I'm in. So like, what do you want to know? What like?
so I have a stepdad and I have stepmoms,
Yeah.
right? I say moms because there's multiple now. But like, how is it being? Obviously, if you guys get married, right?
Yeah.
You have a stepkid because you didn't give birth to that kid, right?
Of course.
How is it being in that situation? Because there's a point where we can't really understand that, because obviously we kind of fucking, like I said before, we're to a point sperm donors. Yeah, we're half of whatever kid that is.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's hard to understand for us to a point. Like, yeah, that's our kid or whatever, but it's hard to understand like what it's like to have another kid as your kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is it like for you?
For me, Jesus, can I say her name?
Yeah, you guys.
I love Amira to death.
Mhm.
I really do. She's not my kid. She's David and his baby mama's kid.
Mhm.
And I understand that. But it's really hard to try to be a part of a kid's life when the parent doesn't let you.
Okay.
So in my situation, and I'm only speaking for mine because I don't know other women's situations, but she does not let me be involved at all. We had the conversation where I was not allowed near his daughter at all. I was not allowed to carry her. I'm not allowed to like be with her for her own personal reasons. And I understand that. Like, a parent wants to make sure that their kid is with someone that they can trust and safe. But if you don't give that person a chance, like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
you can't. Well, my point of view, because I'm not going to be like, oh, testifying for all step parents and all that. Because my dad, he was a step parent himself. I have an older half sister. Her name's Natalie. And, like, my dad personally has told me it was hard. Because he loved my older sister. And he treated her like he was his own. But then a lot of issues came with that. Because her father was like, oh, you're too close to my daughter. I don't like this and this. And what I don't understand is, like, if you see another person loves your kid the same way you love your kid, why not let it happen?
Yep.
Not that they're trying to replace or anything, but it's more like you're kind of being selfish if you don't let your kid get love from another person too. Because they're only trying to be good for them. And in my situation, I keep, like, you can ask David, I keep track of Amira's age. Every month I'm like, oh, she's this many months old today, and then for her first birthday I want to do this, and then I think about it and I think ahead. I'm like, okay, her birthday is on Valentine's Day. Okay, Valentine's Day, we could do this type of theme birthday gift. Like, I think ahead.
Yep.
And I think about her, because in the same way, it's like, yeah, I'm in a relationship with him, and yeah, I want it to be all about me, but it's not all about me. It's about Amira. Amira's number one. I could be number two. It's all right. But, like, she's the sweetest, cutest little baby girl I have ever seen. Yeah. And she's so adorable. And I love her. I really, truly do.
I've seen pictures of his daughter. She's so cute.
I have pictures, too.
She's
and,
so
like,
cute.
what's it called? It's, like, I love her to death, and I don't even know the girl. Like, I don't even know this little girl. And, like, I'll do anything for her. And I always want, and I always wish that he'd, like, put her first, foremost, and he does, and he tries. But in our situation, it's really, really hard because people mess up.
Yeah.
A lot. And it's like, it's hard to keep balance of everything, because if one person messes up, then the other person's mad. And then when the other person's mad, all they're trying to do is be good, and then you forgive, but then, like, the other person might slip up, and then the other person gets mad, and it keeps going back and forth, and then it gets even messier when there's a kid involved, because if, like, in our situation, you go back to the baby mama, and you make mistakes, and then it makes it much more harder and much more complicated when you're good again, because then that other person that you already got involved with and already have a kid with keeps popping back up in a way you don't want them to pop back up. and it's only because another person allowed it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really hard when you keep going back and forth, and then, well, as he said, because I didn't know if he had said it, but he already said, I'm expecting his kid too. I'm like, I don't want to be going back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's like a shit ton of like complicatedness. Yeah. Like I need to take a breather sometimes.
Yeah, like I have step parents, but I always kind of, the only thing I ever expected from my step parents was just like treat me as you would treat your own kid. Because if you're gonna be a part of my dad's life, you're gonna be a part of my life. You're just gonna get my dad and not get me, because I'm already here.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm 22 years old, and my dad is dating another girl, and she's the most amazing person I've ever met in my life. She's caring, she's loving, and you know, I've done photo shoots with them. Just fucking because it feels like a family. But that's the only thing I ever expected was, hey, like, you're part of my dad's life, you're part of my life. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I'm 22. You
like
can't,
I'm a grown-ass.
like yes, I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
But I'm still here.
You can't expect like me not to be like. I know, I get what you mean.
And my dad hasn't seen this, but I'll take the paper out and kind of cover it.
By the way,
This paper was a gift.
Uh-huh.
There's a gift back here. I don't know if you heard that, but kind of like, it's doing some weird shit now.
What weird shit?
It's, you can hear it on the audio. I don't know what's going on.
But
I got gifts from I call her my stepmom. She's just dating my dad.
Yeah.
This fucking thing, dude. I'll keep talking, but she's dating my dad. This fucking thing, dude. I hate this camera. But the only thing I expect from her, I fucking hate. Hold on. We good? It's fucking cutting in there. You can hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
The only thing I expect from her is like, hey, just treat me as family.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to be a part of my dad's life, you're going to be a part of my life. Because that's, it's part of it. You're not.
And not get me.
And not get me. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yes, I may be 22. I turn 22, tomorrow? But I'm still here. Like, it's not like I'm just not a part of his life because I'm a grown-ass man. Like, I'm still here. That's the only thing I expect. And that's the only thing I expect of any step-parent. It's like, hey, you got a kid that's a part of your life now. Mm-hmm. But you're not, like, yes, you're dating their mom, dad, whatever. But you're a part of their life, too.
And I want to be a part of her life, but it's just hard when like the other person doesn't let you. I have to respect those boundaries at the same time because I have my boundaries too. And like obviously, Amira, she's gonna have a little brother. It's a boy, so she's gonna have a little brother, and I want to be able to. For Amira and the baby together, but that's really hard when there's limits and boundaries and stuff like that because I don't feel comfortable. What's it called? I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving my baby somewhere else with like another person, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
And I don't expect her to be too either.
Let's fix the audio so everything is good. Because I'm really fucking crap.
Hear it? It's doing weird stuff.
It's hold up.
You want me to plug it in?
Yeah, if you can, please.
Take that out real quick and put it back in. The same spot that you just saw. Just put it back in. Okay, there's the audio.
Alright, we may have to. It's doing some weird stuff, so we may have to cut it. But. I need better software. Hey, Proper 12, if you want to sponsor better software.
GoPro, if you don't want me to leave a 1-star Yelp review and go Mexican Karen on you, please. Sponsor us.
Alright. You know, I don't know. Because it's kind of going down. And you can hear it too.
Yeah.
Watch the audio in the actual standing. I don't know. That's the only thing I ever expect from step parents, because I know quite a few people who are step parents. Whether it be like a girl had a kid in high school, or I'll see this fucking. I get close to it. It cuts out. A girl had a kid in high school and she's dating someone else. The only thing I expect from them is just love that kid as you would love your own kid.
Yeah.
Because that you're a part of that kid's life now, and if you don't love them the same, then why were you ever a part of that kid's life? I gotta re-say it because it cut out. I don't know. It's a weird situation, yes, but you gotta kind of give and take. That's part of a relationship, and it's one of those things. I'm happy that we finally got a female on the podcast, and I'm hoping I can figure the software shit out, because it keeps coming out. On the camera, I don't fucking know what's going on. We're gonna cut it. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
I know you probably got stuff to do.
I was in bed. I was in bed watching Mall Cop.
I'm about to take her to In and Out, because like
In and Out
makes her happier.
Happer?
Okay, makes
Happer?
her happier.
Damn, I
when
didn't
take
give
her
you
to
that
In-N-Out
much
and I
shit.
feed her.
Take her out and feed her. That sounds so bad.
Okay, at least we got like, you know, the female side of it, and like okay, not the full female side of it, but honestly, I love my kids to death, and it doesn't really matter who the mother of that kid is. I want them to be happy. I just want them to like live life to the best, and hopefully this doesn't cut out like every little fucking voice noise I make.
Dude,
all that.
fucking. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Let's fucking thing. We'll hit it up next week and have this software shit figured out. Thanks.
Oh.
This fucking thing, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. This fuck. I'm trying so
Say
hard.
bye.
Deuce. Come on.
Oh my god.